Alright, here's a video on how to get your factory tach working on the Induced 8 or 4.6 liter Mustangs. As you can see, we're using the SGI 8E from Digital Dakota. I had this lying around from the Audi V8 FD swap. That's now probably rotting away in someone's field admission. But anywho, you take your one wire off the Induced 8, which is your tach output. It gives you a very normal tach output for a car. I think it's like 5 volts. An older style tach can't operate off that. You take this wire here. It's on the 83 Capri. It's a green wire with white. It goes into there. It goes to this connector, which then goes to the coil pack. So, and then you go over here. It's at I'm at the lowest setting that speedometer will, or sorry, tachometer adapter will go, which is kind of shitty. But you can look at that. We're at 700 to 800, and we're right around there. But this just may be also due to the fact this is an old shitty tachometer that maybe can't read 100% correct. So yeah, we're gonna mount that in, and then actually for the alternator wiring, these guys are coming off here. There's 3 wires. One is hot. The other 2 are just, I'm not sure what they're for. They're going to be a trigger wire. One will go to a ballast resistor or some shit in the ECU. Because this is a clutch-based alternator. Because this is the 200 amp alternator that comes in the police interceptors. I didn't get it because I wanted the 200 amp. I could get away with 110. Fuck, I could probably get away with a 90 amp alternator. The amount of shit I'm not running in this car. I'm running a factory stereo with 2 speakers, for fuck's sake. But just hooking it up directly, it goes to 13.5. You can trick it to go to 15. Yeah. I don't have long enough cables anymore, but you hit one, then the other, and they'll bring it up to 15, and then they'll drop. I know some people have done it with like frequency modifiers. This is a Mitsubishi made alternator. So they took the frequency modulator off of a hydrogen retrofit install kit and got it to work, and you can adjust the knob to where you want the voltage. Some people really want that 14.6 volts in. Very similar to what GM runs, but I'm pretty sure on my Nissan they're all around that 13 and a half, so I think I'm honestly going to be fine with this. Also, because this motor rotates incredibly rotates over incredibly easy, so yeah. But this is where we're at with the car. The transmission shifts into gear. Speedometer adapter doesn't go down low enough. In first gear at idle, I'll show you. I've got it at the lowest setting. Straighten the steering wheel out. Clutch is out. I don't think at 1,000 RPM I'm going about 30k, but the decrease knobber is at the 250. Like I can increase it. Oh. Seems to go in waves, which is disturbing. Yeah. I'll bring her back down. So I may have to deal with a speedometer that doesn't read correctly, which is fucking disappointing. But at least it's reading, so take what I can get. You can see the wheels are turning. Yeah, this is the exhaust. As you can see, the shmoo and condensation's coming out because there's a giant fucking muffler in here. Yeah, that's the Dodge Charger muffler. And then 2 of these little guys, resonators. And I haven't even actually welded this setup. As you can see, the pools of condensation. Like we're welded right to here. So I'll have to take those off or possibly weld them in place. They actually do add I think a little bit of throatiness because we had them on my friend Mike's LM7 Volvo. I'm not sure if there's anything else you guys need an update on, or if anyone's actually following this. But yeah, we're all wired in. The wiring is, as you can see, temporary. I'll get one piece of wire, the whole length, not four. Yeah, I'm rambling on now. Talk to you guys later.